But we did find this boat. Oh wait, suddenly we have frames. Man, I don't understand what's going on. I wonder if it's like the sunlight and the light and shadow effect.
So far up the beak. What on earth could have happened to it?
Ironically, it's not the water simulation apparently that's chewing up resources. But shadows tend to be a close second when it comes to chunking things. Sure, I could go inside the shit, but what if I looked literally everywhere else first? Some kind of thing.
Ropes are frayed and there are strange marks on the wooden pole.
They're called notches? All right, we probably need to power something, and then it's gonna shine a light. Yeah, you always gotta go the wrong way first.
Looks like they took items from the stranded ship.
Even took this
Dark to see
plant.
anything inside the tents. I should.
A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories.
Tales from Beyond, the original and leading fiction magazine. The house at the end of the world.
Never heard of this Eric Zan fella.
A portable typewriter. Photographic film.
Ward and Blake News Agency. Ah, they got the Illuminati triangle.
Goodness me, what a collection of happy news.
Strange incident in Massachusetts. A Gardner family vanishes from their Arkham farm. By C.D. Ward.
Oh my.
Robert Sunyam and his wife found dead at the high seas. By C.D. Ward. Cults and Rituals. An interview with Inspector John Raymond Legrasse. By C.D. Ward.
I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness.
Newburyport Tiara exhibition coming to Boston. Interesting. Most interesting.
Distance. What is he doing? Floating rocks?
The doctor gained the powers of levitation.
Prints definitely do not look human.
They all turned into fish people, like me.
My God. Look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
No. He got sacrificed. You are a fish person. It took the four of us to subdue him. Where did he get that strength? Fish strength. Everyone knows fish are strong.
What happened on this ship? He's repairing my old music box. Attack? What attack?
Brink trying to repair Harry's music box just before the attack. Wait, it's my music box. Why did he take it?
Someone here had a green thumb.
What a dick. It's my favorite music box.
Someone took notes about some important dates.
June 30th, arrival on the island. We set up camp on July 1st. July 14th, Roy blows up the well. July 24th, we strike camp and move to the beach. July 14th, last entry in the Lady Shannon's ship log. Same day. Coincidence? I think not!
Did he take some amulets from the other campsite? Or did he carve some more?
I don't know, you probably have a lot of time on your hands. Just keep carving new ones. Why not? It's a decent hobby. I think woodworking would be a fun little hobby if I ever was looking to pick a new one up.
The expedition only has 5 members now.
And then there were 5. Now we're in an Agatha Christie murder mystery. Who is out here killing doornails? Sheesh. That just seems rude.
Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my grandpa Isaiah.
Most curious. It's almost like my grandfather was this sailor. Yar, fuck. Okay, we have a ominous stone here. Some pipes. Cool, cool, cool. Got some strange noises. That's great. Love it when I have strange noises.
You always did have a good ear, Harry.
Been studying this structure for the last few days. The tone it emits changes consistently with the tides.
How can someone build something like this out of stone?
Section C. Assault structure. Huge stone pipe organ. Waves push air through carved stone tubes. You've heard of the pyramids, haven't you? Come on, woman. Aw, I can't hear the radio.
Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon.
New moon, full moon. Wait, full moon. So we're in November. Okay. Apparently we need to know that.
It might need to be turned on. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
Thrown away note. Son of a... The witch stabbed Frank! Luckily it was just a flesh wound. Good thing they held me back or I would have plugged that nutcase like a rabid dog. Jesus, what am I saying?
I've never seen Harry so angry. It might need to be turned on. It might need to be turned on.
Fine, I get it. I need to get power over here. Yeah, floating rocks.
What kind of doodad is this?
Doodad that needs to be powered. I do wish it was a little bit I don't know. Puzzles do feel kinda handholdy, because like, okay, we got the lunar cycles. I don't know the fact that I need to be referencing November's moon cycle, but it went ahead and specifically noted that month already in my logs. I was like, I already know I'm going to be needing to use that information. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little curmudgeonly about older puzzle game styles where like you needed to make the notes yourself of relevant information. I don't know. Maybe this is a little bit more easier. Like it certainly is. Like will save you time from having to backtrack.
Wow, look at the size of these stones.
Yeah, that guy there has got some big stones. Am I right? South Pacific Expeditions, megalithic basalt stones. Damn, the stones on this guy. He's getting some of that basalt tonight, eh? He's gonna really rock their world. Oh no. The protagonist, one weakness. Ankle-high walls! Especially because we can jump. There we go.
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream.
A dream? or a nightmare. Okay. It's not a challenging game, and just like the aesthetic and all the execution, what's that too? I certainly think it's a very pretty game.
It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around.
Yeah, but Harry's going to be turned into a fish person. But that's okay, because we're also a fish person. And then we will have fish people...
What odd structure.
Stuff.
Doesn't look like a building, though.
I assume I just release a bunch of roe, and then he does fishman things to them. And then we'll have an entire tribe of Murlocs, and then we will raid the local populace. Like our fish people of Eld. We will be a terrible force upon the land. A scourge to every sailor betwixt these seas.
These two fellas seem to get along pretty well.
Frank and Tahura singing while working in the workshop. Aww.
I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are.
Frank, I understand what you're saying. You can't leave Harry here. You must be thinking I'm only interested in a scoop. But what would you do if it were your wife who was sick? Would you let her die? I'm staying here till the end.
These medical tools are hair-raising.
I imagine they would be if I could see them.
A white fedora. It's really dirty. Oh dear. This dog was a certifiable loon.
Yesterday's stones danced with my song mission. Everything is tuned in this place. There is a treasure in Shatgolga. I think the doctor's speaking in tongues and not the sexy ones.
It hasn't been worn in a long time.
Oh, now he's stripping.
The letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze.
Okay. I've seen everything except that place that has power that I need to turn on.
My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
Yeah, they could. Have you ever heard of Newton? Cause boats got a lot of mass and that shit goes crunch. Also, like, it seemed like they were taking bits and pieces of it, so they might have, like, carved things out too.
This place gives me the creeps.
Jeepers, creepers. As you get, I
I
don't know.
can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains.
Look, I played Soma. I understand. It is pretty scary.
No power. Damn it. I'll try again. Nope, wrong.
No! This one. That one.
Green. Now, what exactly did I turn on?
I have the power! Everywhere else. You have to throw all the damn switches all the way out there, ain't I? Jeez.
That voice. Is that Harry? No, just a recording.
Unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
Apparently, Harry's expedition waited for a long time to be rescued.
Distress call from the
Did they give up hope?
Almost a month?
74 nautical miles east.
What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
Shannon has run aground. Its crew is
Was thinking this expedition had failed and I was worried about how we'd get back home. And I found those stairs that led me to that giant stone organ.
send help immediately.
Might be another way to get to the very heart of the island. In any case, there's nothing we can do until someone hears our distress call.
Call from the Everheart.
I mean, the ocean's right there, so I mean, you might as well. I need a... That's not a good one. It's not a good one. I'm gonna make a note. Go remove that one later. Then just get this shit out of me. I was hoping for like a phone call. Apparently we're like extremely seasick, such that like just being on a boat, even if it's crashed, makes us sick. Really unfortunate.
The ship was whaling not far from here. Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
8:25 a.m. Delivered the 6 members of the Eberhard expedition to the island without incident. We'll come back to pick them up again in 3 weeks. If there's anything left to pick up by then. Left the island after lunch. No incidents. July 1st. Area seems to be adequate for whaling. Might get a good catch.
This is the captain's last entry.
Good weather and clear sailing until a surprise undercurrent shook the ship. Haven't seen the sea that rough in years. First mate swears he saw a huge sea creature near our hull shortly afterwards. Definitely not a whale. Oh, you didn't need to do that. Thank you. Thanks for the gift subscription. I hope they enjoy the emotes. I hope you're doing well. It's never necessary, but always appreciated.
Maybe the legend is more real than it seems.
On the island of Ponape, there is a city called Nan Madol that's composed entirely of large basalt structures. Legend has it, the city was built with floating stones, moved by black magic. Clean up and I'll be. You're gonna need both mops for this one.
Flexing.
Black ooze test. Changes consistency. Levitates when exposed to different vibration frequencies.
And I was completely covered in that black goo. I wonder what it'll do to me.
Everything on this rotten island has something to do with that damn black ooze in one way or another. Even Dr. DeWitt's irrational behavior seems to be related to his getting exposed to that awful liquid.
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber. I'd better write down those numbers in my journal.
Huh? Okay. We've identified their resonance. Alright, let's go send the power. Call me a Power Ranger. The way I be moving power as
Only God knows
a
how long I've been covered in
ranger.
this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness.
Depends on how you feel about being a fish. Now I'm reminded of some Selkie songs I have on my playlist. Okay. Keep hitting F as if I have a flashlight, but I don't. I don't have one. It's morphin' time! And then they morphed all over them. Oh, it seems you have made like Ivan Ooze and gone into the void. Oh, there's a path over here I didn't run down. I see. What will I find on the other side of this giant boot? You become the Void Ranger?
This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking. You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn.
Good morning, crew. Sorry for the reveille this morning. I didn't expect to wake all of you up with the noise from that awful organ. The good news is that the organ revealed the entrance to a temple. Bad news is that the temple is on the mountaintop. I hope you're in the mood for a good hike. All joking aside, if the temple has the answer I'm looking for, we can finally leave this damn island and go home. Thanks for all sticking with me. You know, we can leave this island that we're currently stranded on. I mean, in the Ivan Ooze Power Ranger movie, I'm pretty sure they did go to space because that was like the transition movie to them becoming ninjas and connecting those two, which was a whole thing.
So this is the reason the ship was scavenged.
Frank, when I enter the temple on the mountaintop, we'll have to reproduce the effects of the organ somehow. And we weren't planning on this, but we'll have to build a machine with whatever we can lay our hands on from the Shannon. You think we can do that?
What kind of machine were you building?
Some kind of noise-making apparatus.
What kind of machine were you building? Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used a lot.
Play the blowtorch.
Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like Frank.
Frank! Great idea. We'll move the materials we need to the summit so we can set up camp there. Just another thing. Please stop calling me Mr. Everhart. Call me Harry, as all my friends do. Damn, I mean, maybe Harry plays both teams, you know? Maybe love can bloom on the expedition? What's a strapping lad to do stranded on an island with his best buds, you know? You can't fault him for taking comfort where he can find it. I see something.
A burned photo. I can't make out what's in it.
It looks like the thing that we have, or the other half of it. I'm stuck. Okay. What about this way, then?
When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense.
I mean, you're an artist. That's very useful and important. For a second there, I thought I saw someone, but no, it's just a lamp. All sorts of strange machines.
Huge stone door looks like an exit. How does it open?
You gotta sing to it. La 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 la. La. Alright, well we'll just have to find a horn to toot then. Everyone loves tooting horns.
Structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either. This feels ominous.
Maybe it's made by a woman. That can move up and down. Curious. Most curious indeed.
Must be instructions to operate this bizarre structure.
Open, close. Tuning the organ by opening and closing the right tubes. I see. I see. But if they said it and then went through, shouldn't it already be on the right ones?
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
Okay. So the tide comes up to that one. Which means... I think I need to go back to the place now that I have power. Hold on. I would be remiss if I didn't click on everything over here as well. Black goo, right? If I close one, does it change over here? No. Wait. There it is. Okay, so that one stopped. Okay. So now we have a way. We have 7 symbols. Okay, what is this thing? Okay. So that's the moon. Ah! Look at the ziggurat, ginger dragon. Hope you enjoy your time here. Okay, so that one's open. Alright. Let's go back to the other cave now that we have power. I feel like we can use the hertz to tune something, and there was a giant projector, so we can also check that. So I think that'll give us the other 2 pieces of the puzzle we need to solve this one.
I'm quite scared of storms. When I was a child,
Thank you for the boo.
Sheets to not listen to the noise of thunder. I honestly doubt I'd like to cover myself with anything in here. Time to overcome my fears, I guess.
Completely opposite of me. I love me that thunder. I would sleep very nice with this. Not so much the creaking crash ship. That would certainly scare me. But the rain and thunder? My jam. I got some more levers to throw. Is anything different in here now that we have light?
Discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time.
I don't think there was any... I think there was something in here. Recording.
So, is this recording? Mm-hmm. Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
DeWitt, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my god. He's got
I've got a gun!
Hold it! Hold it for Christ's sake! Call CRO, quick!
And then the party became 4. Also another broken mirror. Interesting. So we can't see ourselves as a fish person, eh? Alright. Need to go in here. I think that's... Okay, so that all looks powered now. Excuse me. High level measurements.
I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
Okay, so depending on the... Okay, so... Height is up, so we need the half diamond. Full...
I think this is the right one.
Oh, it's the exact level. Okay. Really? It's not actually gonna... Oh, I have to quote-unquote look at it. Alright. Okay, dude. Alright. Got the symbols. So this... Alright, we need 262. Okay. There. So... Okay, we have all of our hertz, so we need to do 262. 62, 349, and then 415.
It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal.
Nothing?
These symbols are linked to the piano keys.
All right. Okay, so... 2 layers of translation, I see. Okay, so... we need to get each of those frequencies. But because of the tide, the frequencies are translated. So... diamond becomes half. Quad becomes single. And split becomes conjoined. Hopefully I'm not misinterpreting this.
A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
Also, hi, Aurum. Welcome on by. I hope you're doing well. Yes, we've got the puzzle game. The game with the puzzle. Now, determining the moon. Where is our most recent date? The 7th. Means we are on a new moon. So I need to make sure it's either fully, I think it's fully closed. It has a symbol on the dial. Okay. And now I think we can play this. No, we can't. Okay. I think we have the information we need. We can go play our organ. Go blow on our organ and that scared the fucking shit out of me. I fucking froze. Oh god. Oh shit. I don't know, I like either stepped on something or I was about to fucking get shot by someone. Oh god. I was like, oh no. Oh, that got me. Fuck you. Oh, blood and ashes. Ugh. Hey, the thing I added for Seribot works. Wait a minute, didn't I also add a sound effect? Let me double check. I didn't, it doesn't look like. I need to fix that. The runner. Okay, we are looking for double triangle, center, and conjoined. And I still don't have a flashlight. Dreki, you need to stop pressing F. This one. No. No. This one. And the last one will be this one. And we need to set this to, yeah. Two, 6, 2. Diamond becomes half. $349. Quad becomes a single diamond. No. Okay, obviously I have it wrong. No. That becomes split. Quad becomes single. This becomes conjoined. Maybe I need it inverted. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Okay, so... set them all to closed. Except for the ones I want to keep open. So that stays open. Open this one. Close this one. Close this one. Now I have one too many open. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Right now I have solid, double, split. Double goes to double. Okay, I need the up and down slice, right? Where's the one I still need to turn off? With the sideways? The sideways. I see you. Hey, Tesla! Welcome on by. You certainly could use a lightning rod, you know, if you have some electrical stuffs you could bring to the table. Hmm? Maybe I have this on the wrong side too. Okay. Close everything. Just close everything. What is still open? The fuck is still open? Close. 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 Closed. Closed. Aha! One I didn't see this whole time. Noted. Okay. Everything is off. Now. So we have the up and down. The conjoined. And then the single diamond. That should be the three making noise.
Holy Mike, what kind of magic is this?
Amazing. Beautiful. Anyway. Oh, wait, that door's not open. Alright, I guess I gotta go over here to get the key. Now that's a tootin' horn, I tell ya what. Ain't no horn done tootin' louder than that. Always love a good pipe organ bridge. Yeah. Yeah. That's why pipe organs were originally invented. You know, they controlled bridges.